Here we go again. Hello and welcome back, everybody, to Ajax HQ. We're getting into the 5th episode of the VGC Ranked series, and it is a little bit different because we got different look, different mic, and a different rank because I didn't get to play these past couple days. So as you can see, it actually went up to 2,500, but not too worried about it. I'm gonna try and get a lot more games in now that I got this new microphone. Hopefully, it improves some quality, and let's get into it. So I'm definitely trying to amp up the amount of play I have because I'm about a week in or so and I haven't even hit double digits yet. Yeah, we're gonna go up one rank because I just updated it a second ago. So we're still gonna use this team that I've been playing from the beginning. Like I said, it's my primary team, but I do plan to switch this team up. I'm debating on which one I'm gonna be using next. I have a couple of them currently in the wait, and I'm also gonna be putting out the theme team videos probably in the next couple days. So I think I'm going to do a different style with that. I'm going to end up doing a commentary video kind of over that. But right now we're going to get into this. So I see, first thing first, the thing that jumps out at me is Lucario. So I want to make sure that there's nothing that could support Lucario, which I don't think there is, which is kind of making me think that might be Final Gambit Lucario. Outside of maybe Bullet Punch to activate a weakness policy. So let's see, you got Togekiss. I'm not trying to screw up that play again. Tyranitar, Gothitelle. Jellicent is definitely a problem for sure. Jellicents are so bulky. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go with my old faithful Grimmsnarl Duraludon, because this is going to be really good against majority of this team, actually, for many different reasons, especially that Haxorus, because Haxorus is something that you don't see too often, but don't sleep on it. It's really strong. As for the rest, I don't really see a reason for my Milotic, because that could be water absorbed Jellicent, and I definitely can take on the Tyranitar with the Venusaur as well. So I think what I want to do here is I want to go with the weather in my favor, so I can get rid of that Sandstream and go for sleep plays. And it just occurred to me I still have foul play in my Ninetales. So I think the first thing I'm going to do after this video is over is go switch that back to Dark Pulse or something that's going to work a little bit better for me, because I've tested foul play a couple times and it's so-so. It's good against somebody who happens to get super bulked up, but the problem is usually I never end up getting to that point. I end up either beating them before they get there or I put them to sleep. So starting it off, they're going to go with Gothitelle and... Alright, so they're going with the Gothitelle and Togekiss lead. That seems like they definitely want to go for Trick Room for sure. And if they don't go for Trick Room, then at the very least, I can Dragatail that out. So, I mean, the team can definitely function as a Trick Room team for sure. If that could be Hotel Room Service on the Haxorus lowering its speed, which I don't think you would do, but you also got the Jellicent, which could be a Water Spout variant and do some massive damage that way. So I'm going to Thunder Wave the Togekiss, just in case it happens to be a Dynamax Togekiss. And the thing here is, if this is a fake out play, it's not going to be good for me, but okay, so yeah, they went for a fake out. I'm not exactly sure what their plan is here. They're going to Dazzling Gleam. Okay, so they're trying to get rid of my Grimmsnarl, which might work. It's going to live. Perfect. So I'm going to Dragon Tail out the Gothitelle. I don't, I didn't stop a Trick Room or anything, but I did get rid of that. Now, Lucario is slightly worrisome. I'm not going to lie. So, because of the fact that that's out now, I have to now respect close combat plays. So let's see here. Yeah, this is not too good. That's actually, of all the Pokemon that could have come out, that's probably the worst one I could have got. Because now if I want to go for they might just swing with the they might just swing with the Togekiss. And I'm pretty sure, Grimmsnarl is going to end up going down here. So I'm gonna make an attempt to Thunder Wave that, and I'm going to actually go for the Dynamax on Duraludon. I don't really want to lose Duraludon here. They're going to Dynamax themselves too. Okay, so let's see what happens. I'm not in a very good spot, I can tell you that for sure. Oh, they went for Dynamax on Togekiss, and I didn't Thunder Wave, so I think I might have gotten played the same way I got played the other day, where that could possibly be a a weakness policy Togekiss. And if that's the case, I don't really see many ways where I walk away from this game with a W. So hopefully that's not what's going to happen here. It is sure looking like it. So if I can get if I get the Thunder Wave off and I get a paralysis on Lucario and the Togekiss swung at my Grimmsnarl. Oh, you had Bullet Punch. I completely sucked on the idea of Bullet Punch. Yeah, so again, this isn't looking good. That's all I can say. I probably should have reserved my my Dynamax in hindsight. My Duraludon is going to stay alive, but yeah. Oh, it's a crit. Okay, so more likely because of that crit. I mean, we're going to find out in a second. I'm glad I didn't go for Max Wormwind because I would have done so little damage to Lucario. So I'm going to get more than half health at least, so it's not a bulky Togekiss. But are you weakness policy is the question. You were not. Okay. So Ninetales is going to be fast, so the Lucario is definitely going to outspeed me, though. This is at least it's a fire move threat to Lucario, and I'm pretty sure from this range, as long as Heat Wave doesn't miss, it can kill that. It can kill the Togekiss. But again, not in a good spot at all. So actually, no, that's not in range to kill Togekiss at all. So what do I want to do here? Overheat might be enough, but what's the likelihood that you live? That's the question. What could you possibly have in the back? Yeah, I got rid of Gothito. Yeah, this one's not looking too good. Not gonna lie. So I think my only play here really is to go for Heat Wave and maybe switch, but I'm not gonna do that because I don't want to take damage on my. Yeah, I don't want to take damage on my Venusaur, so I just have to accept what's happening here. Oh, okay, so that's a Focus Sash Lucario. And they're going to be able to swing first, so that's going to go down. And if this is a crit, then my Ninetales is just going to die here. So this is where the problems occur. In hindsight, I almost think I probably should have went with Venusaur. Oh, yeah, it's going to be Airstream. I don't know if that's going to kill, but we're going to find out. Yeah, this game's over. So I got bodied pretty hard because crit Togekiss is a problem, and I did not make the right call the first play. Decided to not go with the fake out because I thought a little bit too hard on it, and that cost me. So it happens. I have won many games myself so far in this series just from making the right call the first turn. So I'm gonna have to eat this one. I'm still gonna end up swinging just because. What? Yeah, so they're probably gonna go back into Gothito. Oh, they went into Tyranitar. Okay, which means it's gonna outspeed me, and it's gonna kill my Venusaur in one shot. So yeah, I got wrecked really hard this game. But you know what? It's a learning experience because basically all I have to do is recognize the fact that that first turn I thought a little bit too hard on that, and it happens. It is what it is. But yeah, so that's how you don't play that play that set. So anyways, we're gonna start off the video with an L, pretty hard one. I want to see what their team was looked like actually. So they had Scopeland, Togekiss, obviously with Super Luck, Fire Blast, so that would have hurt, even if they decided to do that. And let's see, yeah, Focus Sash Lucario, Inner Focus, that way it can't get fake out. Weakness policy Tyranitar makes sense. Oh yeah, I probably should have thought about that when it came to that anyways, when it came to the weakness policy. What else you got? Lumberry Haxorus, okay. Iron Tail, Earthquake, Outrage. The Outrage would hurt. So you look like you're here to deal with things like Rotom and such with that Mold Breaker. Well, that one sucked, but it's okay. We're going to get into this next match here. We're going to go up to 3,000. Second loss of the series. Not too upset. Like I said, it's that first turn. It can happen. Whenever you don't happen to make the right call on the first turn like that, if I had faked out instead and decided to Dynamax that first turn, would have been in a much different game. But I wanted to play around the Trick Room, and that cost me. So let's see. Okay, so this lead is something that I have actually prepped for. So if this goes the way I think it's gonna go. Now the only way this goes badly is if they decide to go with Charizard and Torkoal instead. In which case that would be not good for me at all. So I gotta think about this carefully for a second. Ninetales with the Choice Scarf will beat the Durant by itself. Grimmsnarl would cover if I get into any problems. But if it's Indeedee, Grimmsnarl does like nothing. Then again, I think that's still a better lead, because if they open with Torkoal Charizard against Venusaur, I think I'd pretty much just lose. So let's do this instead. That way I could at least go for Fake Outs or Thunder Waves if they choose the other way. And even so, the Ninetales will just kill the Durant by itself. And then let's go with you. And you. Yeah, I don't want to bring the Venusaur just because even though the Venusaur is good against the Whimsicott and the Togekiss, there's a very, very high likelihood, near zero chance that they don't bring Charizard or Torkoal. So I'd rather not run the risk. I want to say they led with Durant. Okay, it's gonna be Indeedee Durant. So in this case, let's see, they're gonna Dynamax turn 1 anyways. So I'm almost tempted to Dynamax Grimmsnarl and go and try and just knock out the Indeedee, because then I go up 2 mons to 1. I mean, I go up 4 mons to 2 as long as Heat Wave doesn't miss. That's Psychic Seed Indeedee too, so it's gonna be pretty bulky on this hit here. Yeah, honestly, I think that might be my best play, because they'll come in. If I hit, they lose their Dynamax. If they don't Dynamax, then I will have Grimmsnarl going. Yeah, honestly, you know what? After that last game with not deciding to go with the aggressive play at the start, I think this might be my best call. Yeah, let's do this. And if worst case scenario, if things go bad, it's gonna play out exactly how I expected. That is the Durant. I don't know why I had to second guess that for a second. I forgot I didn't Dynamax my Ninetales. So as long as Ninetales doesn't miss, this is a great game. Or a great start for me, because it will one-shot that Durant. But if it does miss, I am in for yet another bad time. Hopefully we can stop the bleeding, because that first episode hurt pretty bad, and I'd like to redeem myself pretty hard from that. Here we go. We're going to have the Grimmsnarl. This is a Digimon, by the way. You can't convince me otherwise. This is actually just a Digimon. So cool looking. Look at him. Alright, so let's see if I made the right call. You're going to follow me. Trying to guarantee it. Now, normally Durant would outspeed Ninetales. Oh, please don't. Oh, yes, let's go. Okay, that's all I needed to see. I don't care that missed the Indeedee at all. Oh, my. Woo! All right, so getting heart attacks right away. And now the G-Max news is going to go off. This is going to be big damage to Indeedee, if not killing it. 2 mons down right off the bat, and this is exactly how things could go in VGC sometimes. You saw in the last game what happened to me, where I made the bad choice and everything kind of derailed from there. Well, because I have specifically set up my Ninetales to deal with Durant, because I can't stand Durant. Yeah, now I'm up 2. They have Togekiss out now, and probably maybe Charizard. Oh, Whimsicott. Okay, so honestly, I really thought that they were going to bring the Sun, and they probably just thought that they were going to cruise with this victory. So at this point, Snooze isn't going to do much to either one of these, so I'm just going to go for Max Starfall. You probably have this. You probably have the Focus Sash. So let's hit you. Oh, Tailwind, okay. So it's probably Tailwinding the Dazzling Gleam. Yep. I have Focus Sash, so even if that somehow got me to Focus Sash, I was fine. It's looking like Scope Lens. So that'll get Indeedee down. Excuse me, Whimsicott down to Focus Sash. And I'm gonna knock it out. So no matter what, even with Grim going down to the Togekiss up next, I am still doing okay. Because the Dazzling Gleams, I mean, don't get me wrong, Crit Togekiss is pretty stupid, but actually Crit Togekiss is pretty stupid. Yeah, let's hope for not stupidity. So, you know what? It's not doing any damage to this, so I'm going to, just because I don't want to lose Grimmsnarl, I'm gonna do this. I changed the terrain, so yeah, there we go. I know I won at that point, but it's still Crit Togekiss, so it's still pretty safe bet to play it safe, because then I can Sucker Punch after that. Even if it's small damage, it'll get me to KO range. So I went from one of the fastest losses that I've ever taken to one of the fastest W's I've ever given. So because of that, we're gonna play one more game. I feel good at least about that, redeeming myself. But so we're at 9-2 now. Still not too bad. Now let's see what the final game of the episode will be. And if you haven't already, hit the like button, hit that notif bell, and leave me a comment about what you think about how the series is going so far. What do you think about the new mic? And you know, any other changes. Don't talk about the hair. I'm still not used to it yet. But we got another match coming up. I am getting all of the Asian continent right now because it is pretty late. This is definitely Trick Room for sure. But actually not true at all. Dracozolt actually gives my team a problem, and I need to figure out how to deal with said Dracozolt because I have not addressed that properly. That is on me. So I might lead with the Fairy Dragon combo once again. Actually, I think it's my safest bet against this team as a whole because I can Dragon Tail out their, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I can Dragon Tail out their Trick Room Setter if I need to. If they decide to go aggro with, say, Togekiss and either Dracovish or Dracozolt, I can at least put some pressure on it with Duraludon. And then after that, what's my play after that? So let's see. Milotic does okay here. Venusaur does average here, but it's, the sleeps are always good. Ninetales most likely outspeeds a couple of these things. Definitely not outspeeding the Dracovish though. So I'm gonna go with the Sun one more time. I was thinking about maybe going Milotic to put hands on like that Togekiss, but I have the Venusaur. Venusaur could also do it with Sludge Bombs. Hopefully I don't get to that point though, because I'm pretty sure from the looks of that team comp and the way my team comp runs, they're probably going hyper aggro. So if it's Dracozolt, which it probably is, I'm gonna have to work pretty hard. It went with the Trick Room play. Okay, so this isn't bad. I actually led perfectly here. So the only thing I have to worry about now honestly, I don't have anything to worry about. Well, actually, I do have things to worry about, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to Thunder Wave that slot, and I am not even going to take a risk here. If that... Oh, right, I can't even Dragon Tail that out because that's a Fairy type, so never mind. This play speaks for itself. So I pretty much have to go for Max Steel Spike here. If that's a Focus Sash... Yeah, if that's a Focus Sash Hatterene, then I'm in for trouble. Because they didn't switch out. So... Actually, you know what? I'm not too worried now that I think about it, because if they get the Trick Room up... the likelihood that they, for one, Dynamax that Hatterene. Oh, they're going to Dynamax that Hatterene. Okay. That's what I think they're doing anyways. So, because I decided Dynamax, and I'm throwing a Thunder Wave on that Togekiss, who's probably swinging too, I think I'm in at least a better position. Because I was thinking about only going for a Flash Cannon there. So, it's all-out offense at the start because they realize they can't safely put the Trick Room up. Ooh, that's Helping Hand. Okay, so that's going to hurt a whole lot. I'm more than certain that they probably have some EVs set up for defense to this Max Steel Spike. Let's see. Yep, they're going to tank that. So I am AV, but that is a Helping Hand boosted hit coming my way. Alright, so thank goodness AV, but now I have to deal with this annoyance. I have now taken Confusion. So what am I going to do? I don't think I want... Let's see. What's the safest bet? Duraludon is going to end up going down here. They're probably going to Dazzling Gleam because there's no need to help the Helping Hand. Actually, they could Helping Hand. Yeah, they could choose the Helping Hand. They're gonna you know what? What if I go for this play instead? If I go for some Confusion. Confusion never works for me, but I bet you it'll work here for them. I'm gonna go for Sucker Punch here. I'm gonna make an attempt to KO the Togekiss. Because if I could get that... If I can get the Hatterene into range... Ooh, okay, so you switched out. Oh, the Chandelure. Okay, so Chandelure is going to take some damage here. Alright, so I'm glad that I split this, because I was definitely going to swing into the hat. Are you attempting to go for Trick Room? You might be going for another Trick Room. That's not good. Okay, so if you're going for a second attempt at a Trick Room here, I don't know if I can stop it. I have to try them. So. Oh, man, this isn't good. I already revealed Sucker Punch and Thunder Wave. Obviously, my last one would be a Fairy move, but yeah, I pretty much have to get rid of... Yeah, I kind of have to get rid of that, of you, because you're going to go for Trick Room. I just have to hope I don't get confused. Alright, so that's one. It's not enough. That's two. Alright, hopefully this is enough to KO. Yes! Let's go. Alright, so I'm probably going to lose Duraludon here. Because there's no way in the world I should have been able to swing before the Chandelure, which means it's definitely going for Trick Room. So now because I stopped that, they're going to get the Smite off. It's probably going to get rid of Duraludon. Yeah, that makes sense. So now I still have Venusaur. So I can go, I still have damage I can put onto the Hatterene. I'm not too worried about that. My camera is acting up over there. I'm moving around too much. Alright, so I'm going to bring out the Venusaur. That way I have a Protect Play to start, just in case things aren't good. And if they go for the Togekiss, I can at least put the Sludge Bomb out there. What do you got? Oh, it's Dracozolt. Okay. So there's the annoying fella. Well, I mean, I at least have the play rough. Am I still confused? I'm still confused. It's been multiple turns now, and I have a lot of pluses, so I'm gonna try and swing into this, and I'm going to swing over here. This is the most straightforward play I can possibly do, but you're gonna protect. So hopefully that play rough just takes out the Dracozolt. All right, snapped out of Confusion. It's gonna hit. That's not enough. Okay, so I'm gonna miss with that. This Dracozolt, I don't know what it's gonna be doing here. It's gonna Fire Fang. All right, so luckily I have a bit of health investment, so that worked out. I'm going to Sucker Punch this now because that pretty much will set up a guaranteed hit on you. And I'm going to Sludge Bomb this slot. If you swap in Togekiss onto Dracozolt, that's how you walk away from this turn kind of safe. Let's see what he's going to do. I still have Ninetales in the back. So I've gotten them down to a decent amount of health down here, and the heat waves are overheats. If I could get some hits on Togekiss, we'll still be fine. It is paralyzed in the back. This is a good game. All right, so yeah, they're gonna switch. So they're gonna switch into the Togekiss, anticipating either the Sucker Punch or the Play Rough. So nothing's gonna happen there. Sludge Bomb should KO. All right, now. Whoo, this game has gotten good. All right, so. Well, here's the thing. I could still throw a Sucker Punch onto this slot. The question is, do I still swing this Sludge Bomb? Yeah, I think I still swing the Sludge Bomb here, right? Did it outspeed me before? I can't remember. I think I want to go for the guaranteed speed here. Because I'm pretty sure, yeah, Sucker Punch will always KO that slot. Let's do this. I am forgetful, and I cannot remember if that Dracozolt outsped me. So, I want to guarantee that it doesn't. I'm going to get the Chlorophyll boost now. I'm not sure if Sludge Bomb will one-hit KO this Togekiss, but if I could get it into Heat Wave range, that's Heat Wave range. Oh, thank goodness that I went for what I just did, because that made sure that I got the Sludge Bomb off. So that was the best possible play I could have done. Otherwise, I was going to lose this game. So now I still have Grimmsnarl with Focus Sash. I get to Sucker Punch that Dracozolt, and I can go for. I think I just want to go for. No, I'm just going to go for Heat Wave. Yeah, I'm fine with that. So let's Sucker Punch this slot here. I kind of went into that pretty quick. I don't think I thought all my plays through, but here's the Sucker Punch. This should KO. And now it's just going to take out the Togekiss. I had to work for this one, but you know what? It's a W in my pocket anyway. So that was a really good match we just had just now against a really good opponent. They definitely made a lot of good calls. I had to think about where my damage was worth it here and there. The after you was definitely not something I expected when it came to thinking about outspeeding there. But I'm really happy, because if I didn't go for that Ninetales in that spot, I don't win that game. At least I don't think I win that game. Because that would have been Togekiss working really hard. Actually, maybe. But either way, I'll take it. So we're going to get 2 wins after getting absolutely destroyed in that first round. But you know what? It's fine, because one of the main things is that you want to make sure you walk away from matches like that, and just it's okay. Because occasionally you're going to run into that situation where somebody gets a really good call on you at the beginning of the match. Things derail. Hold that L. Move on. Kind of like in the very next round after that, where I kind of steamrolled through that W because I made 2 right calls and cooked it from there. So thank you so much for joining me here on episode 5. This one was quite a ride, and I'm hoping that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you enjoyed the new mic quality too, and I am definitely looking forward to adding in a lot more content involving this mic, different look, and a couple other things upcoming too. I'm going to be posting those competitive VGC theme teams pretty much almost simultaneously with the release of this one. I'm going to post them up. I'm planning to do those a little bit differently, rather than just only have VGC ranked kind of walkthrough videos like I do with play-by-plays. Those ones are going to be a little bit more fun. So I will move some of those into ranked, where I play in this same series and talk the same way I do now. But with those, I'm gonna do something a little bit more, comedic. You'll see what I'm talking about. And then the challenge mode thing, you're in for a treat. I have a pretty fun first one that I've already talked about with Wooper, and you're gonna really enjoy what's happening with that. And more content coming too, besides just the Pokemon stuff, the Smash stuff and everything as well. And the best way to keep track of that is to make sure you hit that sub and the notif bell, because every time you hit the notif bell for your account, or just the one time, it's going to let you know when I'm uploading, and as I'm uploading, you get to find out that it went up. And yeah, that's kind of redundant the way I said it, but you get what I mean. And once again, thank you so much for following me here. If you want, go ahead and check out my Twitter. It's at Ajax_HQ. Everything is exactly the same as we continue to build up this community here. And that's pretty much it. Thank you so much once again for joining me here at Ajax HQ, and I'll see you next time.